It's time now to do a recap of some of the top legal stories in the news.
We begin with the report that the Court of Appeal will on Monday, October the 19th, deliver judgment in an appeal filed by the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, challenging the legality of his arraignment at the Code of Conduct Tribunal. In the appeal, the Senate President wants the court to set aside the proceedings of the Code of Conduct Tribunal held last month. He also asked the court to set aside the criminal charges of false declaration of assets filed against him by the federal government. The counsel to the federal government, Mr. Rotimi Jacob, SAN, has however asked the Court of Appeal to dismiss the appeal for lacking in merit. He told the court, presided over by Justice Moore Adumain, that the Constitution was silent on the composition of the panel of the Code of Conduct Tribunal eligible to hear a suit, hence, the issue of quorum does not arise. The spokesperson of the All Progressives Congress, now a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, has slammed a 500 million naira suit on the publicity secretary of the People's Democratic Party, Chief Olisa Metu. Lai Mohammed is claiming the sum as compensation for the injuries he suffered from a press release allegedly authored and circulated on September the 20th, 2015 by Metu. In the press release, Metu had allegedly claimed that Mohammed embezzled the funds meant for fencing an airport in one of the APC-controlled states in the southwest and also obtained money to supply ambulances to one APC-controlled state in the southwest, but never did so. The minister is seeking an order mandating Metu to not only retract his statement, but to also tender an apology to him, which must be published in a widely read newspaper for 7 consecutive days. The suit, which is yet to be assigned, is pending before the Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja. A Lagos Chief Magistrate Court sitting in Ebute Metta area of the state has ordered the remand of 17 persons arrested by the police in connection with the murder of the managing director of the Lekki Free Trade Zone Limited. Chief Magistrate Folashade Botoku made the order after listening to arguments on an application brought by the police seeking the remand of the men. Specifically, the court ordered that the suspects be remanded at the State Criminal Investigation Department, Panti, for a period of 30 days in the first instance, pending the conclusion of investigations and arraignment. Further proceedings in the matter were then adjourned till November the 16th. The managing director of the Lekki Free Trade Zone and some others were reportedly shot on Monday in the Ibeju-Lekki area of Lagos State while on an inspection tour of some projects in the area.
He said he was giving 100,000.
The police has arraigned the suspected kidnappers of the former Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Chief Olufalaye. 5 of them were arrested by the Special Intelligence Response Team at various locations within the country. According to the charge sheet, exhibits recovered from them includes 823,990 naira, 12 SIM cards, a phone used for the ransom negotiation, and a red Bajaj motorcycle used for the kidnap operation. Before the arraignment at the Akure High Court, 3 of the suspects allegedly confessed that 8 of them took part in the kidnap. At the arraignment, they, however, all pleaded not guilty to the charges. And we round off with the report that South Africa's Paralympian star, Oscar Pistorius, will be released on parole next week after serving 1 year of his 5-year jail term for killing his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp. The South African Department of Correctional Services has approved the placement of Pistorius under correctional supervision as from 2015. The parole board said it has considered all submissions, including the offender's profile report, the directives of the parole review board, and the submission of the victim's family. In a trial that made headlines around the world, Pistorius, now 28, was jailed last year for killing Steenkamp, a model and law graduate. He was found guilty of culpable homicide, a charge equivalent to manslaughter, after he testified that he shot her through a locked bathroom door because he mistook her for an intruder. After his release, Pistorius will face a further test on November the 3rd when prosecutors appeal to South Africa's Supreme Court for a murder conviction and a tougher sentence.